Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and we've got a super idea for you to do on Valentine's Day with your sweetheart, your friend, your neighbor. Kirsten Lyons from the St. Clair County Parks Division of Parks Naturalist. What's happening on Valentine's Day? Hug what?
We're going to have a tree hugger hike.
Tree hugger hike.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, so this will be our 4th annual tree hugger hike. And we're really excited because the date fell on Valentine's Day this year. It's the first time.
We'll give the tree a little love.
Yes, that's right. So, so what we'll do is we'll invite children and families and anybody, any ability to come on out to Columbus County Park. We're going to start at 10 a.m. at the lodge at Columbus County Park. And that's the big timber building after you drive in the main entrance drive. You'll see
let's tell people again where Columbus County Park is, because it's a fairly new park for the county.
Yep. So it's less than 20 years old, and Columbus County Park is located at 1670 Bowman Road.
Okay, but if I go out Gratiot?
If you go out Gratiot, just keep going until you hit Bowman Road, and you will go north on Bowman Road to just a couple miles down to the park. Come in the main entrance drive with the big sign that says Columbus County Park. Drive all the way down the main entrance drive to the lodge. And we're going to start the walk there. You
brought along some slides, some pictures that the guys will throw those up. We'll talk about tree huggers and
so one of the things that we do is we learn how to identify trees and other plants in the winter. And so sometimes people think they can't identify a tree in the winter because it doesn't have any leaves, but there's other there's other characteristics that you can use to help identify trees. I don't know everything, but I have gotten pretty good at identifying trees in the winter. And so I share some of my tips. And often there's someone in the group that also knows about winter tree identification, and we invite them to chime in.
So you've been doing this for a couple of years, 2023?
Yeah, that was the first one, was 2023. Another thing that we do is that's one of the bigger trees in the park. Not everybody makes it because it's way down the hill and out, quite a ways out on the trail, but that second year we had a pretty big group that made it all the way out to that tree. And another thing that we do in the park in the winter, a little later in the winter, is we do maple sugaring.
Okay.
So we tap a few trees, but we'll talk a little bit about that during the tree hugger hike.
Okay.
So we'll talk about tree identification.
I like
we'll talk about maple sugaring.
There.
Yes, and then of course we hug trees as part of this hike. You know, anyone that wants to. You know, not everybody's that friendly with trees, but most people give
I think you are.
I am, definitely. I am.
Let's spruce things up. Yours, Tree Love, Hug Me Forever. I love those.
This is our marketing and graphic design coordinator, Jennifer. Had this brainstorm to create Valentines that we can take with us out on the trail for the trees. Yeah, so Jennifer will be with us too, and she loves hugging trees as well, but she'll take some photos of the event. And
so what is this calendar?
That is what we offer for winter activities in St. Clair County Parks. So we have
all of the parks,
just
not
parks.
Columbus.
Right, that's right. So some of them, there's horseback riding, some our skating rink is open at Goodles County Park. So last year was the first year in several years that it was open, and it's been open for quite a while now at Goodles this year. So we're pretty excited because we've got cold enough weather to have the skating rink open.
It wasn't a spring winter.
And the sledding hill has been very well used and open for a majority of the time.
How do I get one of those calendars?
I can email it to you. Would you like that?
Oh, I meant the public, general public.
Oh, the public? It's on our website.
Okay.
Yep, they can go to our website. Those graphics are about our weekly work days. So we have weekly volunteer work days at Columbus and Goodles County Parks. Those are a couple of our bigger parks, so they require a little more care and stewardship than the other parks.
Yep.
And so we have weekly work days to help.
Okay.
So volunteers can help.
Woodsong Woody invasive work day. That's tough to say.
Yep. So
And
that,
that's coming up at the end of the month.
yeah, yep. So we'll partner with the Lake St. Clair SISMA on that, and they'll come out and help us manage woody invasive species at Woodstock County Park.
Okay.
So, and then
Winter
we work
woody
with,
work days.
yep.
You guys are making these things tough to say here.
I
Woody-
know, it's a tongue twister,
Yeah.
but you did good.
January's already passed, but February 28th and March 28th.
Yep, so those are
Saturdays
Saturday
1 to 3.
afternoons, the last Saturday of each month, February and March. And those are with Friends of the St. Clair River. So that's
Oh, yeah.
another that's
Great.
another
Sherry
one of our
Faust and
partners.
that
Yep.
group.
Yep. So we partner with them on a lot of our stewardship activities. And then there's okay, can you say this one?
Hemlock, woody. It's too far for me to read here.
Okay, it's the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid Workshop. So this is an invasive insect. We don't have it yet, but we want people to be aware of it,
Oh, it
what it
might
looks
come.
like, how to identify it, when to monitor for it. So we're going to do a workshop on all that on March 12th at the Pine River
Oh,
Nature
you guys
Center.
got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep, we do.
How many county parks are there?
There are 7 county parks and the 2 trails, Bridget Bay Trail and Wadums to Avoca Trail. So we say we have 8 parks, 2 trails, endless possibilities.
Endless possibility.
Yeah.
And you said you've been very busy out at Columbus Park with winter activities.
We have been, yes, because we've had enough snow. We have people are out there skiing, cross country skiing. They're snowshoeing. They're I have seen people in the dead of winter like this playing disc golf at Columbus County Park. And I always try to talk to them and just, like, what brings you out today?
Yeah, right.
Oh, we really like this park in the winter. I'm like, and you're playing disc golf. Okay, great. A lot of hikers and dog walkers too.
What do we bring along here? You always bring something nice.
Yeah, so I brought examples for the tree identification that we do while we're out on the trail. And I thought I would kind of give you a little bit of a quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever heard the term deciduous?
Yes.
How about evergreen?
Yes.
Okay,
Evergreen tree.
sure. So of these, which ones are deciduous and which ones are
now there
evergreen?
is a quiz.
There is a quiz.
Evergreen would be this one.
Yes,
Okay.
good.
So I guess the other 2 are deciduous.
Deciduous. That means they lose their leaves every
Okay.
year. Okay? So,
Yep.
all right. So that's tree ID step 1. Deciduous or evergreen. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to just set this aside. So there's not very many evergreens. There's maybe a couple dozen evergreens that
At the
grow in
park.
Michigan, in the park.
Or
and
even
the
in
park.
Michigan?
Or even in Michigan. There just aren't that many evergreen plants in Michigan. So those are pretty easy. If you can figure it out, there's only a couple dozen to look at after that. But then deciduous. We have a lot of deciduous plants in Michigan. So there's winter strategy is to just not have leaves that could freeze, right?
Okay.
So they shed their leaves in the fall, and then they go dormant. There's not nothing going on, but there's not as much metabolic activity. They're not.
Cool
doing
stuff.
a whole lot.
Cool.
So
at
of
the very
these-
tip here,
yeah.
the very tip at the end.
Yes.
Is that growth?
Yes, those are buds.
Oh, God, I'm pretty sharp.
You are pretty sharp, yeah, and you can see.
And is that after they shed the leaves?
Yes, this
And
after
this
they
is
shed
getting
the
ready for
leaves.
spring.
Yeah, it's getting ready for spring. This one, okay, one thing to notice about this plant is you see how those little dark spots, those
Yes.
buds are right across the stem from each other?
Yes.
That's called opposite. So that's opposite leaf or opposite branching pattern. So there aren't very many of these either. So now we have a deciduous that's opposite.
Okay.
So there's only a couple of dozen of those too. So you could just say, okay, that one will be easy. Then the next thing, these are harder. So
Yes.
these, you see the buds, they alternate down the stem. They're not directly across from each other like
Yeah.
this sample was. So these are harder. There's a lot more. There's probably hundreds of these that are alternate leaf. So this is why we always tell people start with evergreens and then work your way into opposite leaf or branching patterns. And then when you get a little better at everything, then you can start learning how to identify alternate leaf.
And this is only to identify.
This is just for identification.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. So
Wonderful.
that's
Wonderful.
what we teach people. So this one, evergreen. What kind of evergreen do you think this is?
A green one.
A green one? I'll tell you, it is a pine.
Oh, pine, right.
It's a
Okay.
pine, right?
tree.
And this one happens to be an Austrian pine. We don't have very many of these. We have an operations center that we converted from a house in the back, way in the back of the park. And I think a previous owner probably planted a row of Austrian pines out there. So they're not native to Michigan. They're not really harmful. They're not normally recommended anymore for planting, but they're not really doing any harm or anything. But anyway, it's a good example of an evergreen. That's a pine. Yep.
Cool stuff. Cool
Yeah.
stuff.
And then this one is a dogwood.
Yep,
A
I'm
shrubby
familiar with
dogwood.
dogwoods.
Yep. So a lot of people know about
They
dogwoods.
bloom
We
once
have
or twice once a year.
once a year. Yeah, in kind of late spring.
Yeah,
and
beautiful,
then they
beautiful
develop.
flower.
Yep, a beautiful flower, and then some of them develop blue or white fruit later in the season, and then birds eat it later. And then this one is a black walnut. We have quite a few black walnuts in the park. And this one, I know it's a black walnut because I'm very familiar with this plant, but I can tell kind of at a distance now because of the chocolate brown bark
Yep.
and the alternate leaf scars or buds, alternate branching pattern. And then this is a neat one because there's one more identifying characteristic that you can use in the winter. If you cut a branch off and you look inside the branch, do you see how that's kind of, they call it chambered pith?
Yeah.
There's
see
like
if the
little
guy-
air gaps in
See if the
there.
guys can get a shot of that. There we go. Come in real tight.
Yep.
Right in here. This chamber in
Yeah,
here.
that dark stained pith has little chambers right in this part right here.
I think you
And
like
that-
what you do.
I do. I love what I do. And so that's the last thing. If you're not sure, is it a hemlock? Is it a hickory? And you have the ability to cut off a small branch and bisect it longitudinally. You can.
It all
Check for
starts February the 14th.
February 14th, 10 a.m. at the lodge. There will be cookies. There will be hot cocoa. There will be opportunities for people to share their tree tales.
Columbus County Park
Columbus County Park,
on Bowman Road.
Bowman Road,
Bowman
yep,
Road, off of Gratiot,
off of Gratiot.
towards Richmond, almost to
Almost
Richmond.
Richmond.
Okay.
That's right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You always have so much wonderful information.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
All right.
And go hug a tree.
All right. You too.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. We're going to go out and hug trees. I got a bunch of trees behind me here, but that was a little earlier in the year, I think. That was nice shot. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. See you soon. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.
The preceding program was produced by CTV Community Television. CTV Community Television is supported by the cities of Marine City and St. Clair, East China Township, Cotterville Township, and the East China School District.